Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in live to General Stadium here in Winfield, West Virginia. We welcome you in on a very cloudy, overcast, chilly evening here in Winfield. Temperature's 47 degrees. A little bit of wind coming in, actually blowing in directly from center field for tonight's game. The Winfield Generals playing host to the Huntington Highlanders. Winfield comes into tonight's ballgame 11-2. The winners last night 5-0 over South Charleston here at Winfield. Huntington comes in 4-7, but they did win last night over Riverside 5-0 as well. I'll give you the starting lineups here for the visiting Highlanders from Huntington High. Leading off at shortstop, Jackson Hatfield. Hitting second and getting the duties behind the plate, Xavier Goodwin. Third baseman Bradley Johnson will hit third. First baseman Jacob Hale will hit fourth. Hitting fifth and pitching for the Highlanders is Evan Childers. Hitting sixth and playing second is Cash White. The seventh hitter, Cooper Mayo, will be in left field. Jamie Legg will play center and hit eighth. And rounding out the lineup, Carson McDowell will be the right fielder for the Highlanders. For the Generals of Winfield, hitting first and playing at third will be Ian Cox. Brayson Downey will hit second and be behind the plate. Blake Withrow hitting third and at first base. Preston Kiefer, the center fielder, and will be playing fourth. Jared Miller playing second and hitting fifth. Jacob Kimball will be the DH and hitting sixth. Owen Taylor at short will hit seventh. Pitching Cameron Wallace will hit eighth. And Austin Blackwell, the 9-hole hitter, will be playing center. And ladies and gentlemen, as we get prepared here for the first pitch of the evening coming here momentarily, a little bit of information here on Winfield starter Cameron Wallace. This will be his second appearance, 1-0 on the season. His only other start, 5 innings, 6 strikeouts. Did walk 3, gave up 1 hit and no run. So this will be his second appearance for the season as he gets ready to face Huntington here. Like we said at the opening, kind of an overcast, chilly night here in Winfield, but we're so glad to have you here with us. My name is CJ Krasik. Thank you for joining us for Gameday HD Media's coverage here of the Winfield Generals and the Huntington Highlanders. right, and as we get prepared here for the first pitch of the evening.
Shortstop number 3, Jackson Hatfield.
As Jackson Hatfield digs in here, and Wallace with the pitch, and we are underway with ball 1 on the inside corner. And Wallace will miss with ball 2. And the 2-0. And a stinger right in the hole between short and third. And that will put one man on.
Now batting number 4, Xavier Goodwin.
That will bring up Xavier Goodwin, who's also getting the catching duties for Huntington tonight. This is definitely one of those evenings where you want to definitely try and not catch the ball off the end of the bat or in on the hands. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Wallace looks in for the sign, comes to the set, and a throw over to first. Just getting back in. One umpire had him safe, and the Winfield fans that are umping from the stands did not have him safe. And here's the pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. And they've got him caught as he takes off, but a high throw to second, and he's able to get in to second on the stolen base there for Hatfield. Was going on first move. And a high throw from first to second, and he's able to slide in ahead of the tag. So 0-2 the count to the batter Goodwin here. Runner now on second base. The ball is hit out into left field. That's going to be caught. Runner fakes the tag as the throw comes in. So the runner will stay at second after the fly out to left. That will bring up Bradley Johnson, the third baseman for the Highlanders. Looking for an opportunity here to put the Highlanders up early in this one. And here's the pitch. Ball down and low, but a great stop there by the catcher there to keep the runner at second. Pitch up and away for ball 2. So 2-0 to the hitter Johnson. Checking the runner at second. He's going to step off here. Force the runner to retreat back. Wallace looking in for the signs, trying to get comfortable here on a chilly night. That pitch is fouled straight back. Take the count to 2-1. And the 2-1 delivery. Fly it out to left field. Going to drive him back a little bit. Makes the catch. Runner's going to tag for third. Throw comes into the cutoff. As Hatfield advances to third on the fly out for the second out of the evening. And that will bring up Jacob Hale. And actually, the Generals appealed the tag, threw it back to second, and they're going to say that he left early. Therefore, that's going to be the third and final out of the inning. So he gets into a little bit of trouble there, but finds his way out of it, and we'll be back with the bottom of the first here in a moment.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And welcome back in to General Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, as Winfield prepares to bat here in the bottom of the first. So Cameron Wallace had gotten himself into a little bit of trouble there in the top half of the inning, but a base running mistake by the Highlanders cost him an opportunity to attempt to plate a run early in this one. All right, and stepping off the leadoff for the Generals will be Ian Cox, the third baseman, hitting .308 on the year. And he'll take the first pitch down and into the dirt there for ball one. Strike one on the inside corner to even the count at 1-1. Evan Childers doing the pitching for Huntington tonight. Looks in, and here he goes with the 1-1 delivery. Called strike two outside corner. So back-to-back pitches painted in the inside and the outside corner there to get strike calls. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Ball down and away, even the count at 2-2. That pitch is stung, and a great grab by the shortstop Jackson Hatfield for out number one.
Now batting the catcher, number 3, Bryson Downey.
And that will bring up Bryson Downey, the catcher. And he jumps all over the first pitch, but that's going to be a fly out to left field for out number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Blake Withrow.
And that will bring up Blake Withrow to the plate here. So 5 pitches, 2 outs. Pretty good pace here for Childers. As Withrow takes outside for ball 1. Blake Withrow stands in 265 average for the season for the junior. As Childers gets the strike call, it's the bottom outside corner there to get the call. Ooh, tried a little backdoor breaking ball, just misses the outside. Take the count to 2-1. That pitch hit straight up. Looks like who's going to call it? Third base with the catch. And that will do it. That is the third out. So no hits, no walks, nobody left on base. After one, we are tied at 0. And we will be back momentarily.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Welcome back as Jacob Hale, the first baseman for Huntington, digs in for Huntington to take his at bat here in the top of the second, tied at 0. As the first pitch is behind him for ball 1. And here's the 1-0 delivery. That pitch is fouled off down the third base line. On a night like tonight, not only do the hitters have to grip the bat a little tighter, pitchers with the grip on the baseball can be a little bit tough in the cold weather. As he misses outside there to take the count to 2-1. Pitch kind of jammed him as he kicks it out, short running out, and makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 12.
Great play by Owen Taylor there to record the out. And that will bring up Evan Childers, the second baseman for the Highlanders, as he digs in here for his first at-bat of the game. And the pitch, as he ducks up out of the way, ball 1. And a ball turned on down the third base line, but will be foul. Well, it's definitely trying to work in on these hitters this inning. Here's the pitch. As that is fouled off. Keep the count at 1-2. Fouled straight back. Keep the count at 1-2 here so far. This is down and away. That'll even the count at 2-2. Pitch in on the hands, kicked out to the first base for a quick pick and step on first to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 1, Cash White.
And that will bring up Cash White for his first at-bat of the evening, the Highlanders second baseman. And the pitch is in there for strike one. The kick and the pitch. Fouled off straight back. 0-2 the count. That pitch is hit into foul territory over the first base side and will get down for a foul ball. A lot of ground to cover over there for Blake Withrow, but made it a little closer than I initially thought here from the booth that he was going to make it. And the 0-2 pitch. As Cash White was able to kind of foul that off to keep the bat alive. Definitely was on the inside, kind of an emergency hack there, but he stays alive. Pitch inside, almost gets him. Ball one. Oh, is definitely not afraid to throw inside to these Huntington Highlander hitters. Umpire's going to say he got a piece of that one. The catcher unable to hold on. Misses down low for a ball. That'll take the count full to 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Hit sharply right to second. Easy toss over to first for the third out of the inning. No hits, no runs, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, still tied at 0. We will be back after these short messages.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller.
And Preston Kiefer steps into the box here to lead off the bottom of the second. We'll take ball one down. As Childers pitches. Pitch is fouled off and out of play first base side, so that'll even the count at 1-1. Preston Kiefer comes in tonight, .375 on the season. And the 1-1 is flied out to shallow center, but a great play there by the second baseman to record the first out of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Jared Miller.
And that will bring up Jared Miller. .303 on the season for the sophomore. As he takes ball one high. Healthy cut there on the 1-0 pitch. Comes up empty for strike one. Ball hit out too short into the hole. The dig, strong throw with the hop over, but it will not be in time. So Miller legs out a single with one out here in the second inning. That will bring up Jake Kimball, the DH. And the senior, .296 on the season. Miller leads off first, does have 7 steals on the season. As this pitch hit too short, as he'll attempt to turn 2, 6, 4, 3, double play. And that will end the inning. So 1 hit, but no runs, nobody left on base as we go to the third, still tied at 0.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com. This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
And welcome back into General Stadium here as we go to the top of the third, tied at 0. Been a pitcher's duel thus far, just 1 hit apiece for the Generals and the Highlanders. As Cooper Mayo, the left fielder for Huntington High, will lead off the inning.
Batting number 6, Cooper Mayo.
And Wallace kicks. Misses up high and away for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So quickly ahead 1-2 here. And Cooper Mayo. Wallace seems to have settled in after that little bit of a shaky start to the first inning. That pitch is fouled off. They gave up a hit to the first batter of the game. And that pitch gets away, and that will hit Mayo, and he will...
Now batting number 2, Jamie Legg.
Bring up Jamie Legg, the center fielder, and the number 8 hitter here for the Highlanders. As he bunts out to first, but he'll throw to first. And quickly keeping the runner there at second.
Now batting number 0, Carson McDowell.
And that will bring up Carson McDowell. One out with a runner on second base. And a chance for Huntington High here to put a run on the board early in what has been kind of a pitcher's duel to this point. And Wallace pours in strike one to get ahead of the hitter here, 1-0. That pitch is hit straight up. Downey's going to have the play, makes the catch in foul territory to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 3, Jackson Hatfield.
And that will bring up Jackson Hatfield, the shortstop for the Highlanders. Singled in the first inning, then stole second. And then tried to tag up as he takes strike one. Tried to tag up from second to third on the fly out by Johnson, the third baseman, but he left a little early. Winfield appealed it and got the out of that and to end the first as he takes ball one on the outside. So looking for an opportunity here to a little bit of redemption here as a base hit would plate the first run of the game and give Huntington the early 1-0 lead if he can come through here. That pitch is fouled off down the first base line and will get hit off the fence, so count will go to 1-2. Blake Withrow definitely gave it a good look there again. It's the second time out into foul territory he's had to kind of cover a lot of traction and almost come up with a pretty spectacular play there for his team. Wallace looks in and just misses on the outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. Wallace trying to work around the hit by batsman. And it's Mayo who's standing out at second base. Here's the 2-2. Just up, so that will make it 3-2 here with 2 outs. In the top of the third of a scoreless game. Cooper Mayo is lead off second, and here's the payoff. And fouled straight back and out of play over the press box area here. As the stadium plays a little glass crashing, and I think half the fans freaked out for a second. And that pitch goes behind him and then past the catcher, but quickly bounces back, so that will be a walk. And now put runners at the corners for Xavier Goodwin.
Now batting number 4, Xavier Goodwin.
So Cooperman advances to third on kind of the wild ball 4 pitch there. So now runners at the corners. As ball 1 high to Xavier Goodwin. Flied out to left field back in the first. Throw over to first, keep the runner there. Walls looks in for the sign, and here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. And the 2-0 delivery. Taken down low for ball 3. So Wallace, who was kind of cruising along here now, kind of working himself into a little bit of trouble here with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runners on the corners, 3-0 count in a 0-0 game. As he will step off the mound, force the runners back to their bases. That's him and Downey attempt to get here on the same page here for this 3-0 pitch. And he'll take ball 4 to the outside, so that will load the bases up.
Now batting number 15, Bradley Johnson.
As Bradley Johnson stands in, that pitch up and high for ball 1. Bradley Johnson flew out to left as well in the first inning. Was the second out, and then the tag up by Hatfield a little bit early. Winfield threw back to second and got the out there. So we got a little timeout on the field. I'm not really sure. And Wallace is pointing at the mound as they have somebody come out and look at it. I don't know. It looks like where he's landing doesn't seem to really think it's all that good, so they're going to take a look at it here real quick. And we're going to come out, and they're going to come out and put a little bit more dirt down and get that swept up for him. And the grounds crew get a little bit of camera time. So now the repair to the mound is finalized here. We'll get back here. Top of the third. Bases are loaded. 2 outs in a 0-0 game. Back-to-back walks have now put Huntington in a great position here to take an early lead. That pitch hit on the ground too short. And he's going to have to eat it. No play anywhere, so an infield single for Johnson will plate the first run of the game. For the Highlanders, and that will bring up Jacob Hale, the first baseman. Base is still loaded, 2 outs, 1-0 Huntington. Pitch, ball 1 on the inside. ball 2 up in the zone. And the 2-0. Hit out toward left center. It looks like they're going to have the play there, and that will be the final out of the inning. So 1 run comes across, 1 hit, 3 men left on base. Going to the bottom of the third, Huntington leads 1-0.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Huntington leading Winfield 1-0. Owen Taylor will get things started off here in the bottom of the third for Winfield.
Generals, your shortstop, number 6, Owen Taylor.
Childers deals. Ball 1. Swing and a miss there. That'll even the count at 1-1. Taylor coming into tonight 161 on the season. As he hits it right back up the middle. Great play by the shortstop. The throw over to first to cut Taylor down and record the first out of the night. That was a great play. Ball smacked right back up the middle, but had it played perfectly. And that will bring up Cameron Wallace. The junior has only had 7 plate appearances so far this season, but does not have a hit yet either. And a swing and a miss there for strike 1. As he takes outside for ball 1 there. Also like to come up with a hit here to kind of help out his cause as he is pitching for Winfield tonight as well. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And as we got a little bit of chirping coming from the Huntington dugout, the home plate umpire quickly stepping in to cut the chatter down. Kind of was waiting on Aaron Boone to come out there for a minute and have, my guys are savages in the box moment. And back to action here with the 1-2 pitch. As Childers delivers. Lined right to the shortstop for out number 2.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Austin Blackwell.
That will bring up Austin Blackwell. As Jackson Hatfield, the shortstop for the Highlanders, has had a busy bottom part of the inning as this ball hit right back up the middle. Hatfield, another fantastic play up the middle as he will record the 3rd out of the inning, and that will take us to the top of the 4th, still 1-0 Huntington.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Winfield Stadium here in Winfield, West Virginia, on the campus of Winfield High School. Winfield playing host to the Huntington Highlanders as we go to the top of the 4th, 1-0 Huntington with the lead. As Evan Childers will lead off the inning for Huntington.
Now batting the pitcher, number 12, Evan.
And while they were warming up for this inning, they were still working a little bit on the mound there. Cameron Wallace, not feeling real comfortable at that landing spot still right now. So a little bit of work done on it, but he seems to be pretty okay with it as we get ready to start here at the top of the 4th inning. As Childers turns on one down the line in left field, that is going to get down. And he will be in with a stand-up double to start off the inning.
Now number 1, Cash White.
And that will bring up Cash White. Grounded out to second on his first at-bat. Back in the 2nd inning.
Courtesy runner number 9, Matt Hood.
And Matt Hood will come in to be the courtesy runner for Childers at second base. As Cash White digs in here with an opportunity to extend the lead for his Huntington Highlanders. Attempts to bunt. A pitch outside, still try to stay with it, but did not come up with contact there, so 0-1 the count. Huntington definitely will play small ball when they have to, and on a night like tonight where you feel like runs are going to be at a premium, tacking a second one on here could feel like a pretty big deal as this game goes along. Bunt gets it down in front of the catcher, pops up. Downey with a quick throw over to first to record the out as the runner advances to third on the sac bunt. And that will bring up Cooper Mayo, the left fielder.
Now batting number 6, Cooper Mayo.
Cooper Mayo kind of got all the action started last inning, hit by a pitch, would come around to score. On the Bradley Johnson single. A swing and a miss for strike one. And here's the 0-1. Ball hit too short. They're going to come home on the infield with the infield in. The throw is in time, and they will gun the runner down at home.
Now batting number 2, Jamie Legg.
So Mayo reaches on the fielder's choice here as that brings up Jamie Legg. Still 1-0, but now 2 outs and a runner on first. As Legg takes strike one on the outside corner. Pitch on the outside, down and away for ball one. Legg sacrifice bunt his last time up. Throw over to first, runner back safely. Pitch misses just outside, so that'll take the count to 2-1. And the kick and the pitch inside, so that'll take the count to 3-1. Jamie Legg. Check of the runner on first. 3-1 count. 2 outs here. Top of the 4th inning. And that will be ball 4.
Now batting.
And the third walk of the evening for Cameron Wallace. And that will bring up Carson McDowell, the right fielder for Huntington. 2 outs, but runners on first and second. McDowell in the 3rd inning popped out to the catcher. As that ball in on the hands, he fouls it off straight back. 0-1 the count. Catches the inside corner for strike one. McDowell didn't look too awful comfortable about that. I'm sorry, that was strike 2. The foul off makes it 0-2. Ball apparently just misses up top there to make it 1-2. And the 1-2 fouled straight back and over the press box area here. just misses just outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. So twos all over the place. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Huntington leads 1-0 over the Winfield Generals. And that pitch will run inside and catch the hitter. So that's the second hit by pitch tonight for Wallace, and now we'll load the bases.
Now batting number 3, Jackson Hatfield.
And bring up Jackson Hatfield, the shortstop who was all over the diamond in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Recorded 2 beautiful plays up the middle. And he will take ball 1 down low. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As Huntington is threatening here to, with one swing of the bat, really kind of maybe blow this thing open a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Takes outside, 2-1. Wallace looks in, the 2-1 delivery. Nice little breaking ball in there, swings over the top, and that will make it 2-2. The 2-2. Hit right between the shortstop and third baseman. That will play 2 runs for Huntington there on the single. And that will push the lead up to 3-0 as we quick mound visit there. Maybe try and settle Wallace down a little bit. So Jackson Hatfield, who has kind of been all over the place here for Huntington, with showing off the glove in the infield, and now with the big hit here to kind of blow this thing open, or well, to kind of feel like it is at a 3-0 game, in a game like this where it's been kind of tough weather-wise, and both pitchers up until this point throwing pretty well. But Wallace gets himself into a little bit of a jam, can't work himself out of it. And we will have a pitching change here for Winfield, as Alec Drennan will come in relief of Wallace. For the final book on Cameron Wallace will be 3 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, did walk 3, hit 2, and is responsible for the 2 men on base. Those are still on his tally, so the book not completely quite closed on him just yet.
Now batting number 4, Xavier Goodwin.
So Xavier Goodwin will step in here as Alec Drennan will come on for the Generals here to try and stop the bleeding and keep it here at 3-0 trail here. Keep his ball club hopefully in this thing. And they are going to say that that did hit him. So that is going to be for one pitch and a hit by pitch. And now we'll load the bases for Bradley Johnson, the third baseman for the Highlanders. 1 for 2 so far, singled back in the third, fly out in the first. And that pitch just a bit inside, as Bob Euchre would say, is that pitch kind of getting away from Drenning, trying to kind of find the grip and release point on this very cool evening here in Winfield, just off of the river. So 0-1 the count. Pitch is turned on but foul down the third base line. Well, even the count at 1-1. And the 1-1. Down and in for ball 2. And 3-1 the count as that pitch misses down and in. Drenning and the Generals looking for a big pitch here to get out of this jam. As that pitch misses down and in, and that will be a walk, and walk in McDowell for the 4th run of the evening. And that will bring up Jacob Hale. The base is loaded as he fouls the first pitch off and back. And fouls that one off straight back, so 0-2 the count. The 8th hitter of the inning for Huntington to come to the plate, Jacob Hale. And here's the 0-2 inside for ball 1. Evan Childers, who's on deck for Huntington, led the inning off with a double, and he is on deck, so Huntington has almost batted completely around in the lineup in this inning. As that pitch is inside for ball 2, leaving the count at 2-2. That pitch is flied out to left. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning, but a big one it is for Huntington as they send 8 men to the plate. 3 runs cross. They lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
And welcome back in. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Huntington leading Winfield 4-0. Ian Cox will step in to lead off the inning here for Winfield. And it feels kind of weird to say a 4-0 game. Feels like it, you got to really get something going if you're Winfield. But with the way the offense has kind of struggled tonight, you feel like got to get something going here soon. Or it can get late early, as Yogi Berra used to say. Pitch taken down low for ball one. Ian Cox 0 for 1 so far this evening. Lined out too short to open the game. And the junior quickly ahead in the count 2-0. As he takes ball 3. And the 3-0 delivery. Poor strike one in. So Cameron Wallace, who pitched for the Generals tonight, his final line, 3 innings, 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs. Did walk 3, 2 hits batsman, and that's kind of his night as strike 2 is poured in there to even the count, to take the count full to 3-2. And ball 4 will put Cox on first base and bring up Bryson Downey.
Now batting
the junior catcher entered tonight,
Downey,
hitting .448. Does have 10 RBIs on the season here, looking for a big hit here to kind of get his Winfield Generals rally in here. Throw over, and Ian Cox able to get back. Cox with 4 steals on the year, as that pitch is down for ball 1. And stealing bases and being aggressive on the base path is definitely been Winfield's mantra this year. Last night, a lot of steals in the 5-0 win over South Charleston. So this might be kind of exactly what Winfield needs to get a guy on and try and make some things happen with their base running aggressiveness and ability. Oh, caught him leaning on the jump, the throw over, the throw down to second, and that is going to be in plenty of time to gun Cox down, caught stealing for the first out of the inning. And just like that, that pitch is outside. That will be ball 2. And ball 3. Up high and well out of the zone. Downey hits it straight up. Looks like... Oh, and that is going to drop on a miscommunication, and then a heads-up play by Downey to take second, realizing that both the second baseman and the shortstop had gone out for that ball, and then both of them looked like called each other off. Didn't know who was going to have it. It drops in. So that is definitely going to be an error. And that will go down as an error.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Blake Withrow.
So an error on the second baseman now has a runner in scoring position for Winfield as Withrow steps in. The junior, 265 on the season. As he takes ball one, does have 4 RBIs on the year, so would like to add a 5th right here. So 1 out, 4-0 Huntington leads, but Winfield here with a little bit of a threat to add a run. As ball 2. And he takes off for third. Throw down. And plenty of time to gun Downey out. Caught stealing for the second out of the game. And that pitch misses. It will be 3-1 the count. So full count here, 3-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. That pitch is fouled off down the first base line and will get out of play. And that pitch misses inside for ball 4, so that will put Withrow on and bring up Preston Kiefer with 2 outs here, but a runner on.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Preston Kiefer.
That pitch will miss down and ball 1 in the count. Runner takes off, throw down, will be well behind the runner as he will steal second. Withrow with his 4th steal of the year. That pitch is down 2-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on second. Childers comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. Huntington leads 4-0.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
And welcome back. 4-0 Huntington leads over Winfield. As Evan Childers will lead off the top of the 5th. And first pitch swinging, fouls it off. 0-1 the count. Childers got the big 4th inning started for the Highlanders with a double. As the pitch comes in, ball 1. As he will foul that one off the end of the bat, 1-2 the count. And that pitch will catch him on the
now batting number 1.
Hip rib area as he takes his way down to first base. That will bring up Cash White. 0 for 1 and a ground out to second base in the 2nd inning and a sac bunt back in the 4th. As he takes ball 1 inside. And strike 1 to even the count at 1-1. And another hit by pitch will put 2 men on and bring up Cooper Mayo. And strike 1 is poured in there. Owen Taylor has taken over on the mound for Winfield, but off to a very rocky start here in the top of the 5th. Strike 2. So Mayo attempting to lay down 2 bunts there, not successful in either one of them. And misses down and away. They'll make the count 1-2. Outside, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Just misses, and that'll make the count full 3-2 here. And misses outside, and that will load the bases. As Jamie Legg, the 8-hole hitter and the center fielder for the Highlanders, comes in. So with nobody out, bases loaded, an opportunity here for Huntington to really blow this thing wide open. Strike one on the outside corner. And that pitch down the third base line will be fair. That will plate just one. As the runner kind of had to hold up, it was slicing towards the line, but does land just inside the line. So led with an RBI single and a 5-0 lead now for Huntington. And that will bring up Carson McDowell. Nobody out. Base is still loaded. One already in here. Ball one down in the dirt. As Winfield will pull the infield in here to try and get one on the ground and cut the runner down at home. Strike one is poured in there at the bottom of the zone, even in the count at 1-1. Outside 2-1 the count now. And that ball is fouled off. That will even the count at 2-2. Taylor looks in the 2-2. Up and in. That'll make the count full at 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Strike three down on the outside corner. Caught him looking. And that is a big out, number one. For Winfield as they try and keep this thing at a 5-run deficit. Now we'll bring up Jackson Hatfield. That ball is smashed to third, comes home, and that will be in time. That'll be the only out they get, but they will gun the runner down at home.
Now batting number 4, Xavier Goodman.
So Hatfield will reach on the fielder's choice. Now I'll bring up Xavier Goodwin. 2 outs, but the base is still loaded as he takes strike one. Swing and a miss at the pitch on the inside corner. Quickly down 0-2 in the count. So Taylor one pitch away from really kind of wiggling out of danger here. As that pitch is up high for ball one. As timeout is called by the hitter. But apparently was not granted as he threw it anyway, and it ends up being a ball two. Kind of an odd exchange right there. Usually the umpire would have granted that, but didn't. It felt like it was called late, but that is at the umpire's discretion of when to do it. So here's the 2-2. Pitch is hit out too short, slides down on the turf, up, and the throw is going to pull the runner off, or pull the baseman off, but it gets by him anyway, so that's going to plate two there on the error.
Now batting number 15, Bradley Johnson.
and push the Huntington lead up to 7-0. And that will bring up Bradley Johnson. As he takes strike one. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike two. So quickly down in the count 0-2. As Taylor comes to the set, here's the 0-2. Strike three on the outside corner will end the inning, but three more runs come across for the Highlanders, and they lead 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And welcome back in to General Stadium. The Highlanders of Huntington lead 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Evan Childers for Huntington High back on the mound here to start the fifth inning. He's allowed one hit, walked two, but given up absolutely no runs, thrown up donuts so far.
Now batting number 4, Jared Miller.
And Jared Miller will dig in to get to lead off here at the bottom of the fifth for Winfield. Childers kicks and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. And here is the 0-1 delivery. Ball up high to even the count at 1-1. Pitch taken on the inside corner, 2-1 the count. Strike two called looking on the outside corner. Winfield looking to try and get something started here offensively as it gets late. And the 2-2. Down and away for ball three, so full count. Swing and a miss for strike three in the first out of the bottom of the fifth. And that will bring up Jake Kimball.
Now batting number 8, Jake Kimball.
And the pitch down low for ball one. The 1-1 on the 1-0 on the way. Fouled off, even the count at 1-1. Childers sets and fires. Pours in strike two. 1-2 the count. Time called by the umpire. Not quite sure the reasoning as to why there, but everybody will reset, and here we go with the 1-2. That pitch is lined over the head of the first base or the third baseman, as Kimball will be aboard with a 1-out single. That will bring up Owen Taylor. And Ty Lowry will come in as the courtesy runner.
Taylor.
And Owen Taylor will dig in here. Throw over to first. Runner back in safely. Ty Lowry does have a steal on the year, so just like all the guys with Winfield, not afraid to take off as that pitch is fouled back. 0-1 the count. Throw over to first, back safely. And as Childers comes set, here's the 0-1 delivery. Nice catch there blocked by the catcher there to keep the runner at first, and the count goes to 1-1. Childers comes set, throw over. Dives back in safely. And the 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, so 1-2 the count now on Owen Taylor. Throw over, but he's back in safely. Huntington has done a great job of keeping not only Winfield off the base pass, but when they've had guys on, of holding runners on and keeping Winfield from wreaking havoc on the base pass. That pitch fouled off, 1-2, so we'll do it again. And the 1-2 on the way. Down in the dirt, but blocked again to keep the runner there at first. So the count goes to 2-2. pitch. Hit back up the line, but will roll foul. Everybody will get reset here, and we'll redo the 2-2 pitch. Runner on first, 1 out, 2-2 the count to the general shortstop, Owen Taylor. And here's the pitch. Outside, so full count, 3-2. Throw over. Does get back to the bag safely. First baseman also kind of unable to really pick the ball up out of the dirt there. Childers gets the sign. Check of the runner. He'll come set. And the payoff pitch. Outside, Taylor works a walk, and now a Winfield with runners on first and second with 1 out in the inning, and that will bring up
now batting number 16, Brody Belcher.
That will bring up Brody Belcher to hit. So Brody Belcher will hit in what was Cameron Wallace's spot in the lineup. Wallace, who was the starting pitcher, who left the game after 3 2/3. So Belcher will now take that spot in the lineup. And Winfield has 2 guys on with only 1 out. Opportunity here to try and plate at least 1 run. And a balk is called on Childers, failing to come to a complete stop when he came set. So that will move the runners up each to a bag. So now second and third. And it looks like Huntington High's manager comes out to have a conversation about it. And a little bit of sarcasm remarks made as he clapped as he walked away. Umpire going to assort his authority. Managers and umpire conversations always crack me up. Every time. Just love them. That pitch outside for ball 1. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Even the count at 1-1. Ball 2 down. Seven, 5, and 1, 0, 2, and 1 are the lines so far. And swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. So 7, 5, and 1 for the Highlanders. 0-2 and 1 for the Generals as we are here in the bottom of the 5th inning. on a very cool evening here in Winfield, West Virginia. As that pitch is lined, and that is going to get over the head of the second baseman, fall in front of the right fielder, and will plate a run.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Austin Blackwell.
That will bring Austin Blackwell up with runners on the corners. And Childers will miss outside, 0-1. So up until this inning, Evan Childers had been cruising along. Now here in the 5th, finds himself in a little bit of trouble. And the pitch outside, so 2-0 the count. Runners take their lead. Childers to the set. The 2-0 on the way. Show bunt again there. Pulls back as he takes high. So 3-0 the count. And the 3-0 on the way. Square to bunt. He will get it down. That's going to bring a run in. The throw down to first. Does get the runner just in time. So the sacrifice bunt will plate a run. Now 7-2.
Now batting number 12, Ian Cox.
And that will bring up Ian Cox with a runner on second. And 2 outs. Swing and fouled straight back. 0-1 the count. Pitch inside. 1-1 the count. Childers checking the runner at second. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 1 on the inside corner. Sorry, strike 2. And the 1-2. Hit upfield by the shortstop. Strong throw from the hole is in time. So that is out number 3, but 2 runs come across for Winfield. But they still trail 7-2 as we head to the top of the 6th.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Huntington High leading 7-2 over Winfield. Jacob Hale leads off for Huntington as he takes ball 1 outside. Swing and a miss. That's fouled off. That'll even the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1-2 the count here on Jacob Hale. And low and away, that'll even the count at 2-2. That pitch fouled off down the third base line. That will be foul, so we'll keep the count right there at 2-2. As everybody kind of gets reset here. Strike 3, down and away on the outside corner.
Now batting number 12, Evan Childers.
That will bring up Evan Childers. As Owen Taylor pours in strike 1 on the outside corner. And ball 1 down in the dirt. And strike 2 poured in, so now 1-2 the count. And the 1-2. Ball hit out to left field, but that will be nicely caught for out number 2.
Now batting number 1.
And that will bring up Cash White here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Owen Taylor trying to get kind of a 1-2-3, been something Winfield has not been able to get a lot of since the 2nd inning. As Huntington scored 1 in the 3rd. And ball down the line, that is a foul ball. But Huntington scored 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and then 3 again in the 5th. And Winfield answered with 2 in the bottom of the 5th, and that's where we stand now at 7-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And strike 2 is poured in there. Taylor wanted to work very quickly here, the 0-2, and that pitch lined out, and that is going to drop in front of the left fielder for a hit.
Now batting number 6.
And that will bring up Cooper Mayo. 2 outs with a runner on board. That is the 6th hit of the evening for the Highlanders out of Huntington High. Taylor with a check of the runner on first. And that pitch is fouled off, and that is going to get out of play, so 0-1. And the 0-1 delivery. Called strike 2 right there at the top of the zone. So 0-2 the count. And the 0-2. Down for ball 1. With a check of the runner at first comes the set. Here's the 1-2. That pitch is fouled off down the third base line. So the count will stay at 1-2. Kick and the pitch. Ball 2 down. So that'll even the count at 2-2. 2 outs, runner on first. And that will be ball 3 down. A check swing there by Cooper Mayo. So now 3-2, 2 outs. Runner will be on the move on the pitch here. And the payoff, outside, ball 4. So now runners on first and second as Jamie Legg will come up to bat here with 2 outs, but 2 on. An opportunity here for Huntington to add to their 7-2 lead. Ball 1 outside. That pitch is fouled off the third base side. That will get out of play, so 1-1 the count. And that pitch is hit out to left, getting down. It will drop. That will plate 1 run. As he beats the throw in. I'll throw down to second to try and get the runner from behind, but a little over the head of the second baseman, but good backup there to keep the runner at second. But another run does score. So 8-2 Huntington lead as we have a timeout here for a meeting on the mound. Now it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here for Huntington. And Brody Belcher is the new pitcher for Winfield as he tosses here some warm-up pitches. And the first pitch down for ball one. And that pitch will catch the hitter and now load the bases.
Now batting number 3, Jackson Hatfield.
And that will bring up Jackson Hatfield here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. As that pitch is down for ball one. And here is the 0-1. That ball hit out past the diving shortstop. That will plate one. Here comes the second throw into third. He's going to get by the third baseman, so 2 runs will score on the play. As Jackson Hatfield just continues to be all over the diamond today at the plate, in the field. So 2 more runs that will push the lead to 10-2 Highlanders. As Goodwin digs in. That pitch is down for ball one. Squirts away from the catcher a little bit, but not far enough for the runner from third to try and advance home. And the 1-0 fouled off. That'll even the count at 1-1. And the umpire is going to call a balk, saying he did not come to a complete stop at the set, so that will bring a run in, making it now 11-2. And moves the runner from second to third. Count will stay at 1-1. And that pitch hit back up to the shortstop. Throw over to second will be the third out of the inning, but 3 more runs come across. And Huntington leads 11-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
As we come back, bottom of the 6th inning, Huntington High leading 11-2. Evan Childers still on the mound for the Highlanders as he throws ball 1. And comes back inside with strike number 1 to even the count at 1-1. Just misses inside, so 2-1 the count. Pitch hit. Fielded by the shortstop. Up and over for out number 1 is once again Jackson Hatfield. I feel like his name has been said an absolute ton tonight. And that will bring up Blake Withrow with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. As he hits it down the first base line, fielded by the first baseman, and over for out number 2. So very quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting the center fielder number 2.
That will bring up Preston Kiefer. As he digs into the box, here's the pitch. Ball 1 up and in. And ball 2. Evan Childers for Huntington High has been very impressive thus far. There's 3 hits and 2 runs allowed. Has walked 3, struck out 1, but as ball 3 there. In the bottom of the 5th, really the kind of only real blemish to his line so far tonight as a 3-0. As he catches the inside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and that'll take the count full to 3-2 here with 2 outs. And the payoff. Pitch hit up. And there's Jackson Hatfield with a throw over, but it pulls the first baseman off, and it gets by him, so that will allow Kiefer to move up to second. So Hatfield had to feel like he had to rush that throw a little bit because of the speed of Kiefer. Makes it an errant throw, kind of the one mistake he's made all day. So that will bring up Jared Miller with a man on second here and 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, the Generals trail 11-2. Pitch up high for ball 1. And the 1-0. Up high again, ball 2. And the 2-0 swung on and missed, strike 1. And the 1-2. This is just inside, so 3-1 the count. And that pitch is fouled off down the third base line, so 3-2 the count here. So 3-2 the count with 2 outs. Runner on second will be off on the pitch. strike three on the outside corner. As Edmund Childers is fired up as he gets through 6 innings so far. 11-2, the Highlanders lead. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th here in a moment.
This HD media production of Winfield Baseball is brought to you by the City of Winfield, helping create a safe atmosphere for students free from bullying. Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business end market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into General Stadium. New pitcher on the mound for Winfield is Brayson Downey. So he will take over the pitching duties, and Brody Belcher will slide in behind the plate to take over the catching duties.
Yeah, where is it? Where is it? No. Just walk away.
So 11-2 the lead for Huntington High over Winfield as we...
They're coming down. I don't care. Find it. Where is it? I don't know. No way. You give me fire. Now batting number 15, Bradley Johnson.
As we enter the top of the 7th inning. As strike one is poured in over the outside corner. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, so 0-2 the count. And strike three called looking as Brady Johnson goes down looking at a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Now batting number 23, Jacob Hale.
That will bring up Jacob Hale here with one out. So Brayson Downey comes in, 3 pitches, all strikes, and he already has an out. As that pitch up in the zone, ball 1. And gets the sign, and here is the 0-1. Ball to top of the zone, so 2-0 the count. And the kick and the 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike one. Just misses down, so 3-1 the count. And the 3-1. Misses down and away, so that will be ball 4. That will put a runner on first.
Now batting number 12, Evan Childers.
And bring up Evan Childers. So 1 out, 1 runner on. And that pitch is down, so ball 1. And down he sets. And that pitch is inside, so 2-0. And he turns on that one. That is going to be foul. Down and out of play out of the left field side, so 2-1 the count. And the 2-1, runner takes off. That pitch is down. It'll skip past the catcher. Belcher quickly on it. Now we'll keep the runner at second. And the 3-1 popped up into foul territory on the first base side. But he's going to have a play, makes the catch, and records the second out of the inning. That will bring up Cash White, runner on second, 2 outs.
Now batting number 1, Cash White.
Down he kicks, and that pitch is fouled off. Or strike 1. Now it's one of those foul balls that'll keep the guys in the dugout awake. And that ball ricocheted off the front part of the dugout. And the 0-1. Skips in behind the hitter, so 1-1 to count. And here's the 1-1. Pitch hit out into left field. That is going to be caught for the third out of the inning. So, one man does reach but does not come around to score. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th here, 11-2, the lead for the Highlanders. And so Huntington will have a new pitcher come in here for the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Nicely will take over. So the final book on Evan Childers. He will go 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, did walk 3 with with 2 strikeouts as well. So a very, very good outing for him as he turns it over to Caleb Nicely as he looks to get these final 3 outs here on an 11-2 win for the Highlanders.
batting number 8, Jake Kimball.
So Jake Kimball will stride into the box to get Winfield started here in the bottom of the 7th. And the last 3 outs here for Winfield as they attempt to rally from an 11-2 deficit. And Kimball takes down and low, ball 1. Pitch dribbled down the third base line, come up, and a throw over to first. Gets the runner for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting number 6, Owen
And that will
Taylor.
bring up Owen Taylor. As nicely delivers. And strike 1 on the outside corner. And the 0-1 delivery. Hit back up the middle for a base hit for Taylor. So 1 on with 1 out.
Now batting number 16, Brody Belcher.
And that will bring up Brody Belcher to the plate. Check the runner on first. Kick and the pitch. Misses up and in, so ball 1. And the 1-0. Down low. So 2-0 the count. And the runner takes off as that pitch is down and away for ball 3. Throw not in time, so the runner with a successful steal of second. And a 3-0 count now on the hitter Belcher. And the runner takes off. And the throw gets away from the third baseman, so that will allow the runner to score on what was called ball 4 on Belcher, so he'll take first as a run scores for Winfield. Their third run of the evening.
Number 7, Austin Blackwell.
And that will bring up Austin Blackwell. Throw over, but he's back in time. And that right there was kind of what we saw from Winfield all year, and especially last night too. Guys on base running, being aggressive on the base pass, just maybe a little too late this evening. As Blackwell takes ball 1. Just unfortunately, Winfield has just not had the opportunities with guys on base with the regularity that they did last night. As the runner takes off, ball 2, throw well over the head of the second baseman and even the shortstop. So now a 2-0 count. And the manager for Huntington going to come out and try and calm down on his pitcher here. And as the home umpire breaks up the little conference on the mound. We will resume play here. 2-0 count. Runner on second. 11-3. Huntington High leading over Winfield High. And the pitch ripped right back up the middle. That will fall in front of the center fielder. So a single, but that will hold the runner up at third. So now runners on the corners as Ian Cox will step in with one out here in the bottom of the seventh for Winfield.
Now batting number 12, Ian Cox.
Runners on the corner. They'll check the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss of strike one. As Ian Cox steps in here looking to drive in a run. And the 0-1. Breaking ball in for strike two, so 0-2 quickly. And the 0-2. Fouled straight back, so we'll do that again. And the 0-2. Runner takes off from first. That pitch misses outside for ball one. No throw down, so the runner advances to second on catcher indifference. And the 1-2. Down in the zone, 2-2. Great block there by the catcher to keep the runners exactly where they are. That nicely comes to the set. Here's the 2-2. Strike three called. And Ian Cox has sat down on strikes. That is the second out of the inning, and that will bring up
number 3, Brayson Downey.
Bring up Brayson Downey here with 2 outs and 2 guys on for Winfield. And the pitch. It's by the catcher and off the backstop, but it comes bouncing right straight back to the catcher, so that'll keep the runner at third right there in place. Nicely comes set. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Ball 2. Up and away. And nicely will step off and ask for the signals again. And here's the 2-0. Just outside 3-0 the count. Kick and the pitch outside. That will be ball 4. That will load the bases and bring up Blake Withrow here with 2 outs, but the bases loaded.
Number 9, Blake Withrow.
Pitch inside, ball 1. And the pitch inside once again by the catcher, but taking hard bounces and straight back off the backstop here at Winfield to keep the runner at third completely right there in place. There's the 2-0. Inside again and by the catcher, but quickly retrieves it. Now, runner will hold at third. So 3-0 the count. Nicely kicks and delivers as he pours strike one in. And the 3-1 delivery. Outside ball four, so that will walk in a run and bring up Preston Kiefer.
Now batting number 2, Preston Kiefer.
Preston Kiefer steps in here, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. The Generals trail the Highlanders 11-4, but definitely can make this thing really interesting really quickly with one real good swing of the at-bat here as Kiefer takes ball 1. And the 1-0. Outside ball 2. A kick and the 2-0 on the way. That pitch is hit lined out to right field and will be completely misplayed. That will plate 1 and 2 on the air out there in right field. I don't know if he lost it in the lights or something, but it looked like it kind of hit the glove and kind of came out. So 2 runs will score on the error. And now 11-6.
Now batting number 4, Jared Miller.
And Jared Miller will step to the plate here. And ball 1. So an 11-2 start here in the bottom of the 7th, and what thought was pretty much a cakewalk has now turned into a little bit of an interesting moment here in the bottom of the 7th. And strike 1 there to even the count up at 1-1. And the 1-1 on the way. And it's hit out to Jackson Hatfield to throw across the diamond. And it skips in. The first baseman not able to hold the bag at all. The umpire calling the runner safe. So another run scores. So 5 runs across in this inning right now for Winfield is now 11-7. And Jake Kimball back to the plate. So they have batted around now officially here. Kimball started the inning off with a ground out. And we'll take strike 1. So runners on the corners, 2 outs, 0-1, bottom of the 7th, 11-7 Huntington. As he takes ball 1. And the runner takes off for second. Big jump. But there probably wasn't going to be a throw anyhow. So 1-2 the count now. So Winfield down to their final strike here. 1-2, 2 outs, 2 on. And that is ball 2 outside. So count even at 2-2. 2's all over the board. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs, 2 men on base. And the 2-2. Outside 3-2. Nicely kicks and the payoff. Hit out towards center. Looks like that should be playable, and that will be the final out of the evening. Huntington High will win this one 11-7. Winfield making it interesting there in the bottom of the 7th by plating 5 to give themselves kind of a chance there at the rally, but will not be tonight. So Winfield will drop to 11-2 on the season. Huntington moves to 5-7.
Thanks for dinner.
Thank you for joining us here with Game Day presented by HD Media. My name has been CJ Krasick. It's been a pleasure for you to be with us, and we wish you guys a great rest of your evening and a fantastic weekend. See you next time.